All worth it. Not the destination, it's the journey. Take a look down this road and see somebody's house or property. It's kind of weird. Everyone has the right on arrest or detention to retain and instruct counsel without delay. Right. Okay. Those are some seriously bashed in windshields. Okay, Cape Scott. Following camp fees are in effect, so this is BC Park and Buchanan Camp. And there is a boat launch, I did not know that. And it looks like I can take my kayak down. This is awesome. Just don't know if I feel comfortable parking here though. Today is a new day, renewed perspectives. Yesterday was a long, hard day, and I was questioning my choices, but here I am on the northern end of Vancouver Island at Cape Scott, the farthest west point of Vancouver Island, and I'm very excited to be here on the west coast of Canada. So I crossed from Port Angeles, Washington yesterday to Victoria, and it was 500 kilometers from Victoria to Port Hardy at the northern end of the island. So I figured that out to be roughly 300 miles, since I'm used to miles. And it just became a really, really long trip. It took over 6 hours just to get to Port Hardy. The first 100 miles was a lot of stop and go. By the time you get up to 50, 60 miles an hour, you'd have to come to a stop. And it would just break up the rhythm, and there was lots of traffic, and really interrupted the flow. And I came to Vancouver Island for the wilderness this time around, so I wasn't anticipating the traffic. So that was rough transition. And then from Port Hardy to the coast, Cape Scott, is 67 kilometers of pretty dusty, pothole, rough road in places. And in the end, it wasn't too rough for my Volkswagen, but it got to be, at the end of the day, really long. So anyways, I was like, what am I doing? What am I doing here? What are you thinking? But this morning is a new day, renewed perspectives. I'm so excited to be here. So we're heading out to San Josef Beach right now, and I look forward to showing you the views there. Holy smokes. Look at this, where a nurse log was. Those trees suspended in the air. That's where the old down log was, and these trees grew over it, and then the log below it rotted away. How incredible is that? That is the San Josef River. Wilderness coastline, one of my favorite places. Look at these mostly empty beaches. Look at these nearly white sand beaches here on the northern coast of Vancouver Island, the Great Pacific Northwest. Wow, look at this passageway between the headlands. These rock outcroppings are so cool. Wow. So many little passageways to walk around and explore. like a slot canyon of sorts. Well, there's an invitation.
He knows he's in trouble if I go down.
It started raining, so I found this dry spot under this tree that's just bulging over the rocks there and just hanging out over the beach and providing this amazing shelter, and just enjoying the view from here, from this dry spot, looking out around San Josef Bay. Well, now the rain's come and I've got a couple miles on my way back. I did not pack a raincoat. I guess I was optimistic, but I've never minded a few miles in the rain. You know, back at the van, I have dry clothes and everything I need, so not terribly worried about that. But you can see the rain on the beach there. Definitely raining. Everywhere, nature just breaks out her paint brushes and makes art. So beautiful. You can see the high tide line here is like up to my shoulders. So you do not want to be caught here at high tide. Just something to be aware of. All of this stuff grows at underneath the saltwater level. Oh, it'll be so cool to see high tide, the water slurping around through here. Look at that. Woohoo! Wow. Such a cool place. And then there's another passageway here. And then a couple of caves. This is a good place to get out of the rain. And then one more cave off to the side here. And this one kind of goes back in further. It might even actually have a spot that may or may not be dry at the higher tide. Back up in there. So you can see this cave comes a ways up in here. And yeah, it's a good dry spot to hang out for a few and enjoy the view. Out there it's raining. Pretty good right now. The rain has eased up just a little, but still wet out there, but I'm going to still head on out. Didn't come to Vancouver Island to hide in a cave from the weather. Ooh, look at all those geese. Yes. Beautiful. Love it. Okay, back on the Sea Stack track. Walking around between all these beach sea stacks.
I can see you in the meadow, holding out your hand.
Found myself another little spot out of the rain. And it's just a sliver of crack there that actually leads into a little arch of the beginning of a cave that isn't quite a cave. It's great how this island provides you so many spots to get out of the rain. Look at that. If even just for a moment.
And will you meet me there tomorrow where the sunlight never sets? 'Cause I'll love you in the end.
Yeah, it's all worth it. The long drive, the rough roads, the dusty roads, the potholes, the rain. It's all worth it. It's all part of it. All part of the journey. I guess as the old saying goes, it's not the destination, it's the journey. That's what I'm feeling here right now. What an enchanting landscape that is permanently engraved into my memory. Hey guys, Canadian geese flying over. Awesome. Nature always has her way in the end. I mean, this is like hundreds of pounds of rope. Massive boats. Again, it's really just early spring here. Look at the ryegrass just barely beginning to sprout new green growth after the long winter. And a fishing net made hammock. It may be old fishing net, but it's one of the better hammocks I've had. And I'm biased, so location's everything. This is a giant root ball of a giant tree that went down, and now it's a nurse log for this tree growing up. Look at that. The creativity of nature is out of this world. Two great grandchildren will be blown away. This road coming in seems so rough, and now it's just like, it's like, oh yeah, another day on the road. Another day on this rough gravel road. And it's like, if you just take your time, it's not so bad. It's just funny how we get so accustomed or conditioned to our new environment. Yesterday, moving from the pavement to the rough road, yeah, that it just seemed like it was really bad. And now I'm like, oh, yep, it's just, this is not bad at all. Yesterday I was all worried about my rig, and it's like, nope, we're good. We're just gonna keep going. We need to go down to Raft Cove and Grants Bay and Winter Harbor and please remember to like and subscribe. Those are absolutely free and help support my channel. And add a comment just to let me know you got this far. And if you don't know what to say, throw down a heart emoji or a bear or a wolf.